Hello, everyone. Hello, all my Lexies, or our Lexies. Welcome back to the Luxury Live Show. Of course, right beside me, my partner in crime, Kat L. You guys all.
Hi.
If you're new to this live show, this is a this is a luxury live show that both Kat and I host every single week, and we alternate between her channel and my channel. So today's on my channel, next week's going to be on hers, and we usually discuss anything related to luxury, handbags, money mindset, anything basically. And usually in the beginning of the show, we will come up with a topic. So today's topic is which of the luxury handbags, and we'll pick 5 each, we would buy if we were to start over. Let's say we actually don't have our collection that we have right now. Let's say we somehow don't have it. And if we had to start over and rebuy, let's say 5 of our first bags, which ones would we pick? Especially knowing what we know today. So I'm seeing all the comments. Great. Awesome. Hello, everyone. I'm going to start sharing my screen. And we'll do partly with slides and partly with show and tell, because some of the bags we will repurchase from our own collection, and then others we will consider something else that we don't have. So how's everyone doing?
California, Los Angeles. I see a lot of places. Malaysia.
Amazing. Okay. Kat, are you seeing the screen?
Yep.
Okay, great. Just a couple of housekeeping. Obviously, if you're new to this show and you don't know how it works, on the latter part of the show, we will have a Q&A session. So you can ask us anything luxury related, non-luxury related, but make sure that you type a bunch of question marks in front. Just because we're on a different format, it's really hard for us to see it unless we see a bunch of question marks and we know that you have something to ask us. So that's housekeeping number 1. Housekeeping number 2 has nothing related with this show, but I decided that I'm going to go ahead and do my vlog sale. I know. Amy, I'm like, it's about time. So I just filmed it earlier. I don't know when I'll post it, but I'll try to be fair and post it maybe like early afternoon tomorrow, so that both East Coast and West Coasters can have a chance to maybe consider my items. But just letting you guys know ahead of time, because you guys are our homies, our Lexies. Anyway, I'm gonna let Kat get started first. So Kat, one of your bags that you're gonna consider. Whoa.
Okay, so we are also, we should share with you that we are also on Clubhouse. So maybe some of the words that we use might be conflicting, like maybe we'll say type, but actually on Clubhouse, you can hear us as well. So if you're driving or you're outside, another platform that you can listen to us is on Clubhouse. So today's topic on bags that we would repurchase, right, if we had to start all over again. I chose this Chanel Caviar Beige medium large because it was one of the bags that I wanted to buy many, many years ago before I got my jumbo. And I do regret not taking it. It was offered to me. Well, not really offered. That time wasn't really offered. But when I was in store, I saw this. But I had a different mindset when I bought my jumbo. I bought the jumbo because it was just a little bit more expensive than the Chanel medium large. So I was tempted on a bigger bag for just a little bit more money. I do love my jumbo very much, and I got a lot of use out of it. But the first bag that made my heart really sing was this Caviar Beige medium large Chanel. The version that I wanted that time was the gold, but I did really like the silver hardware as well. So if I could, turn back time and start again, I think I would have gone with this bag instead of my jumbo first for my first Chanel bag.
Man, Kat, I totally get it. This bag is so amazing. This is the exact color that you're gonna be choosing if you had to redo it. The
Yes,
beige.
I will go. The
Yeah,
beige
it's
was
so
the one that
beautiful.
I really really wanted, and and also that time I didn't want to get beige or any light colored bags because it was my first luxury handbag. I never had an expensive handbag, such an expensive handbag with a light color. But you know, fast forward to today, I'm a little bit better with taking care of my handbag. So I did wish that I should have jumped on this bag much earlier.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda, right?
Yeah, totally. Okay, so the other bag that I would buy if I had to start again or repurchase everything would be an Hermes Lindy 26 Etaupe and gold hardware. And I picked Etaupe is because I really like this color. I've always liked it, and but in the end, I gravitated and bought the red because that time that I bought the red, I wanted a pop of color, something different in my collection. However, it turned out not to be the right decision because I found that I wasn't a red bag kind of girl. I preferred neutral, and this was the one that I should have gone for. I do love the Lindy 26 very much. I want to get it back in my collection. I think we spoke about it last week on my channel on the live stream. We said that this could be a bag that's not really worth the money if you buy it in store because it's so expensive at the moment. But yeah, I do love it. Like if I had to start again, I would get the Hermes Lindy 26, but in a different color and definitely gold hardware.
Yeah, and especially I feel like if it's the one and if you're gonna use it anyway, then just buy it in store too. Like that's
True.
it's still good to buy in store, especially you get the whole experience and it's brand new. But yeah, this is a beautiful bag. Love it in this color. It's so beautiful, so
Yeah.
neutral.
Yeah. So okay, this is another bag that I had previously. So this is sort of like I would still buy it. This is the Balenciaga work bag. Not many people talk about this bag. The very popular version is the Balenciaga City bag. When it first came out, that was the one that a lot of people gravitated to because it had the shoulder strap. If I'm not mistaken, the shoulder strap was detachable. However, the version that I got was the work bag. Now, the work bag is actually much bigger. It doesn't come with a detachable strap. However, the two handles was actually longer and taller and bigger, and you could wear the handle I could wear it on my shoulder. So I found it very convenient, and I actually wore this bag literally to death. it After wearing it every single day for I think 2 years, it disintegrated. The lambskin wasn't the best quality, or maybe it was really good quality, but I was just using the bag so much that over time it started to peel and it started to disintegrate. But if they were to come out with this bag again, it's already been discontinued. It wasn't very popular, but if they came out again, I think I would get it. I love this for traveling, for work. It has a zip. It's so soft and so understated. If you look at that picture, it's so easygoing, right? So I,
Yeah.
I really like the work bag version.
It's really nice actually. Would you consider maybe since this one is no longer made, would you consider the one that's slouchy now? But the leather is a little bit more tougher than the lambskin, I think.
Yeah. No, actually, I prefer the old style.
Mm.
They came out with the new version, right? The neo. They sort of redesigned the Balenciaga bags. They don't create this design anymore. Maybe they're trying to modernize it. We also spoke about that on our live stream previously. I personally prefer the older style, the
Mm.
more soft, almost biker look. The new versions look a little bit more, I guess, put together and kind of more, what's the right word? Like structured and serious. This to me looks more chic.
Actually, I think I was mistaken. I was thinking probably the Givenchy one. The
Oh,
Antigona Supple. That's the one I was thinking. I was mistaken. Now you're right. I don't, yeah. Yeah, it's not the same. But yeah, such a good bag. I was actually surprised by that choice.
Really? Yeah, because I
From
had
you,
it
yeah.
before. Yeah, I had it before,
Mm,
and
yeah.
I've always loved that bag, but it disappointed me because it disintegrated, like it
Right.
wore badly.
Mm,
But you know,
yeah.
if they improved the leather, which I believe they did, but it came out the same style, I actually really like it.
Mm.
This was way before me on YouTube. Way before. Okay, this bag, yeah. So
So
I should
cute.
have so cute, like so cute. Like when I thought about the 5 bags, because so I've got 4 here, right? All of them are kind of like serious and larger. So I wanted something a little fun, but not too large that is maybe too much that again I might not want to use. And I do love LV and I love the multicolor line. So this was my pick. Like if I could turn back time, or not even turn back time, like today, if I could find it, I would definitely want to get the multicolor and in this nano size. So cute. Look at that. What's the name? Stormy?
I think so.
Stormy, and she's got one. And I'm like, I want your bag.
Yeah. Or I guess you put Nano Speedy. Would you consider the new Nano Speedy too? With the strap?
If I had to choose between the two, I would definitely still go for this.
Yeah.
Because I love the fact that it's so small and multicolor. But I do love the Nano Speedy, which is the current version with the strap. But yeah, I want something of a pop of, like, not pop of color, but something a little fun. Yeah, something a little bit more special.
Wow, thank you, Kat. So Kat has shared 4 of her choices on slides, and she's going to reveal her last one as a show and tell. So it's going to be my turn now. So I have 2 slides for you guys. Dun dun dun. The same bag. Yes, it's the Chanel Classic Flap in, I would say, medium, large, or even small size. It really just depends. But oh my gosh, it would be so lovely to have it in a gray caviar. Even in, like, I don't even care about the hardware color. I just want like a beautiful gray shade, gray tone. I know a really light gray is coming up, I think, in 28. So that's promising. Oh my gosh, the price is too expensive now though. But if I had to redo it, let's say for the sake of this video, if you had to choose 5 bags, if we had to redo it, same as Kat, instead of buying my jumbo at the time, even though I did get mine secondhand, which was great, I had lots of saving, and I did use my bag, and it's still a really amazing bag. Like the jumbo is such a statement. But I wish, and I think if I were to just start from scratch, that the classic flap itself, the style itself, is not something I would wear every day anyway, right? I personally wouldn't. I know some people do, but I personally would just wear it more kind of as a occasional, as well as a more dressy bag when I feel like it. I know it can be dressed down, but I just want that to be sort of kind of the holy grail classic in my collection as one of the 5. So if I could rewind back, even if it was just 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I would have just, taken the plunge and bought my medium large classic flap, because it is insane today. And I mean, never say never, I might still buy one in the future, but just as of right now, if I could restart, this would be the one. My second one, which I have to share on a slide, is because I don't own one yet, is if I could go back in time, knowing what I know now, I would have started my Hermes journey a lot earlier. So I would have worked on trying to acquire my Holy Grail Birkin bag. I know it's really it almost sounds overrated now because everyone wants a Birkin, but I really like the bag. I do. And Kat has hers, and I'm always like drooling whenever I see hers. It's so beautiful, and it's the perfect size. I don't wear my totes very often, and you guys already know I own 2 totes. I do wear them. They are rather on the casual size, more like my errand bag when I need a bigger one, and I love my Never Full. But this is kind of like a more, it's a dressy tote. It's such a good in between size for me because all my bags are mini. So this is going to be my small bag, and it's so beautiful. I just want the experience. I also want the craftsmanship. I get the hype now, and I really don't care that everyone owns one now. I just want mine too. In this picture, I'm showing a kind of like a darker gray color. This one is called Étain. Okay, yeah, Étain with rose gold hardware. I mean, it's so beautiful. Yeah, I hope I get offered one like this exact one, Cat's one. Like honestly, just a neutral one. Oh my gosh, drooling like looking at this picture. I just can't picture myself.
Soon, it's happening. It's happening.
Yes, yes, it's happening because I'm working on it, so I know it's gonna happen. It's an eventuality. I just don't know when. So those are my 2 slides. Like I said, we are gonna do show and tell in the latter portion of still continuing to pick our choices and to. You want me to go first since I started already? Okay.
Since I've only got one.
Yeah, you already got one, so let's reveal yours after. Okay, I think my other choices are pretty. I feel like we've just done a tag video. I've just done my collection videos. I feel like it's so it's so not it's so not unexpected anymore. But yeah, I love my mini square, especially this exact one. So if I had to redo it, I would still do the same thing. I would get this bag again because again, this is one of those. It's also one of my holy grails. I love it so much. I wear it all the time. It's the perfect mini size. This is one that I actually can pack in my suitcases and travel with, which I actually do. I feel like I've talked about this bag so much, so let's move on.
If you haven't watched our tag, we did a 4-person tag, which was so fun. Myself,
with Clara,
Amy, Clara, and Isabel, we got together and we did this tag called what was it called again? Bags we could not live without, and we chose each other's bags.
Luxury. Well, it was supposed to be luxury bags. We could not live without, and then you guys were like, "Oh, I didn't film mine yet. Let's change it to luxury items." I'm like, "Great." Now I'm gonna have all wrong guesses because you guys changed to luxury items. But it's still really fun, and I'm not gonna refilm a video I already done, right? But yeah, it's really fun. You guys should really watch it. It was such a good collab between 4 really good friends, and just so awesome. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, I'm going to link it down below later. So the next one I would pick also from my collection as of March 26, 2021. I'm definitely picking the Chanel 19. I just had to pick one of the seasonal, although this is a permanent bag. I just had to pick one that's not classic, but it's still very Chanel and very practical, very usable, bigger size, and just something that I see myself running errands with and just grab and go. Because I'm not going to do that with my classic flap. Already said that. And I don't think the Birkin will be my grab and go, like doing kind of grocery type of bag either. And the mini is too mini sometimes. So this is really the perfect other category where I just any day, every day, don't need to worry about how I style it. It's just one of the best ones. Chanel 19. I'd probably still go with the same size, but I'm a big fan of the medium too, especially in like a tweed. It's so beautiful. But if I had to redo it, I'll just stick with white. Oh, sorry, stick with black because it's just easy. It's so easy. And last but not least, and I think maybe this one is less obvious, my but we're just starting with 5, right? It doesn't mean that we're not going to add more than 5. We're just starting with 5. So I'm actually going to go with my Lady Dior, because this has always been a bag that I always wanted. I finally took the plunge. I got it. No, I have not worn it because we've had the pandemic year, but it's an eventuality, right, that I'm going to start wearing it. And looking at the 5 that I picked, yeah, the Birkin 25 is kind of dressier. The classic flap is kind of dressier. And even the mini flap could be dressy too, but this is really dressy. This is really sort of wearing black tie, really, really, really like much more dressy and much more sort of that vibe. So I like having something like that. And I think choosing the Lady Dior is more because I really love I just love the bag for so long. I don't care about resale, nothing like that. I just want to have it as my evening bag. And having this, I almost feel like I have no need to buy any clutches, nothing like that. I'm not gonna get distracted about buying any more evening bags because I'll just use this. So that's why I picked 1 out of 5. I actually picked this. It's beautiful, and I love this twilly that Kat got me too. It's staying on it for now. I don't know, maybe it'll change to like the Birkin in the future, but for now it's staying on this bag.
Awesome. I love it. You're making me want the Dior again. Like, no, I don't want it anymore. I do want it, but I just again, those prices, right? It's gone up so much. I guess if I were to pick one right now, I should still be able to buy the Lady Dior in the mini size, but the medium or is it ABC size? I think that's the small.
Yeah, that's the small size now.
That would be a most likely no. I'd rather put that money onto my Chanel Caviar Beige medium large.
I
the prices
know.
so expensive.
I understand.
Okay, so it's my turn to show my last bag.
Yeah, your last one.
It's right here.
I have
and
a feeling.
It's obvious. Of course.
Yeah.
I will have to pick my Birkin. And it's gonna be the same reason of like what you said, Amy. Like, you should have started this journey earlier. If I know what I know today about buying handbags and selecting them better, I should have just started my journey with Hermes much earlier, or at least be more focused. And I would have bought this bag years ago without what it is today. Because I feel today, because it's, I guess, more popular and there's this reseller market, I feel like what Hermes has done with the pre-spend, they have sort of made it more difficult. So if I were to buy this maybe 10 years ago, maybe I wouldn't have incurred my pre-spend, which we will talk. I have a video on my pre-spend coming up soon. Have to just sit down and film it. But yeah, if I knew what I knew then, I would have gotten my bag earlier. And yeah, I agree what Amy said about everybody having it now. Every other video on YouTube, people are revealing some sort of Hermes item.
Yeah.
It's a journey because of what happened last year with Chanel and all the other brands. It became just so significantly expensive, and it made the difference between what we're paying for those brands to Hermes so different. Like so close. So it's natural that people will gravitate to something that they thought is so unattainable, but now actually it's not. So, we might be. I had a comment on my last lives. I think it was the last live that somebody said, we're all becoming clones of each other, but there is a reason. If there's something good, everybody wants it, right? You don't want to get something that everybody don't want. So yeah, so this is my bag.
Yeah, I love your bag. And yeah, exactly. It makes total sense, not just from the luxury standpoint. Anything. I think if like kale is in trend now, everyone's going to get a kale juice or whatever. Like, it just is what humans do. If there's something good, if there's something in trend, and everyone wants to try it, then that's what they're all gonna do. Everyone's gonna show up with their kale juice or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? It's just natural. So it's a valid comment, but at the same time, it's also obvious. Anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed our five picks between each of us. What did you think of them? Like, I think mine was pretty obvious. Like, I didn't see some of the ones that you came up with. It was actually really surprising. But I love it. I love it. Just everyone's different. Everyone's needs are different. I don't use bags for work. All of my bags are for pleasure. So that's why I don't have any sort of like work bag or anything like that. Okay, I'm going to start taking questions from the floor. Shanna, I love today's topic. What if during that time we cannot afford it? I'm guessing, from this topic, maybe that's why we bought other stuff first. Yeah, absolutely. And that's also what happened to us. I mean, if I knew, even back then, even if I felt like the classic flap was just too ridiculous, at least Kat went and bought from retail, and even though in her head she was just thinking, oh, I get so much more bag for a couple $100s, why not? But for me, I actually felt like it was too much. Like I couldn't stomach it in a way. Like I just mentally couldn't stomach it. So I went pre-loved actually with it. And it's not that I regret doing that, shoulda, coulda, woulda, but knowing what I know now, I would have done differently. And this is why these kinds of videos are fun, because maybe if you haven't started yet, then maybe that will make you think otherwise too. Like maybe you can make a more informed decision than we did, But it's never too late. Like I said, it's not like I will never buy a classic flap. Like I said, never say never. I might still, but it's just that today at these prices, I guess unless I suddenly make a lot of money or won the lottery or suddenly have a lot of disposable income for some reason, then yeah, I'll buy one. Why not? You know what I mean? What do you think, Kat?
Agree. I did a tag. I started a tag called the Luxury Time Machine, and
I filmed it. I just haven't.
Oh, you filmed it, yeah. So I think if any of you are wondering what all of us have done well and done not so well, I was watching a few people do the video, and I honestly found some of their comments very interesting. There was a lady named Amelia. She did the tag, and she was sharing the stuff that she did really well. But one of the things that she didn't do well, and I totally did the same thing, is I didn't take my time. I always rushed into purchasing before. Of course, now I don't, but still then, one of the things that made me not able to afford things is because I was rushing into buying other things. So maybe something that caught my eye, instead of, stepping back, reassessing and thinking forward, I just said, I'm buying with my heart. So anyway, just a little side topic of why I feel I couldn't afford the things previously is that I was buying things and in that moment rather than thinking more strategically. But it's not wrong, it's not wrong. It's just that I feel I could have done it better, right? And because as of my collection today, all those things that I bought with my heart, I actually don't have them anymore. Or I've given them away. Yeah, I've given them away. I've sold them. And it goes to show that they may not have been the right purchase for me. But yeah, that was maybe why I don't have so much money then. Should have been more clever with my money in a way.
I think we always live and learn, right? I think we all have the same journey. I mean, some things we'll always do right and some things we'll do wrong, and that's how we learn. I think at the end of the day, these are just frivolous things. It's not really that serious, honestly. Like, we love to talk about it because we are a community of luxury lovers, but otherwise it's really not that serious, but it is nice to talk about it. So yeah, I'll link Kat's video down below. I filmed it, but I just have to take the time to edit it because I talked a lot in that video. I need to edit out a lot of stuff. Okay. Deborah, Amy, will you let us, Lexi, know about yourself first? Yourself first. A perk for our loyalty. You know what? I was thinking about it. I'm like, oh, should I just like tell you guys now? But I don't want to make this into a sale video. But
What
do
don't
you
you
think?
name? What don't you
Okay,
name
I'll
what you're
name it.
selling?
I'll name it. I'll name it. Okay. So I am still selling some of the same things that I already have posted on my IG at Fashionably Amy's Closet. So it's always linked in the description if you check it. So I have my, okay, let's go by brand. So from LV.
Hang on. We better tell everybody, please take your pen and pencil. Not pen and pencils. Do people use pens? Do people still use pencils? Like pen and paper, pencil and paper, write it down.
Oh, but I'm not saying pricing though. Like, I'm just saying what I'm selling right now. I really did
I can contact you.
Yeah, but you can email me. If you're interested in anything, then maybe I don't have to edit that part of the video. But like, I kept on like talking, like just picking Kat's brain because I have a really hard time letting things go. Like, I really am like, oh, but what if I want it later, or what if I just want to keep it and so at the end of the day, she's like, no, just do it because you'll never do it. And it's true. Like, a lot of these things I'm just holding on because of a reason or another. And I try to explain some of it in my video. But anyway, I'll try to just very quickly go by brand. So from LV, I'm finally letting go of my Speedy 25B monogram in like perfect patina condition, also including my organizer in it. I'm also letting go of my, oh my gosh, Petit Sac Plat. And it's like the little phone bag that, like, I'm sacrificing my phone bags. And I said bags. I'm like, I just have to cut somewhere. I have too many of the duplicates sort of like styles. I have so many mini bags. Okay, so I'm gonna go with that. My Spring Street, my Speedy bandoulière strap. So that's just the actual strap, the short one that I had before. I was using on, the Burchett Mitzes before and the Palm Springs before, but I don't have those bags anymore, so I don't have a use for it. And I'm also letting go of my LV belt. So those are all from LV. From Fendi, I'm letting go of my Fendi Mon Trésor, the little bucket bag, and I'm also letting go of the Fendi strap, the one with the velvet, and it's red and black. From Dior, I'm letting go of my 2 pairs of earrings, the Jadior ones. I just don't buy Dior earrings anymore. I actually don't buy any earrings, even if it's fine jewelry. If it has a thicker post, it just doesn't work for me. I have a pair of earrings that my relatives gave me for my wedding. I never wore it because it has that thicker post, and it's just like my ears just feel terrible in them. So I can't wear a thicker post. Burberry, I have a little like Thomas Bear, so I'm just selling that because I used to use that on my Palm Springs, which I don't have anymore. I'm selling 2 pairs of shoes, Manolo Blahnik, and a pair of YSL slides. I wore the slides. The Manolo Blahniks are brand new. I'm usually a size 37 for reference. The slides are 37 and a half. The Manolos are 36 and a half. I'm selling my 3 Balmain jacket.
She's selling her Balmain.
I know, all size 34. Okay, so for the Balmain, I'll say a little bit here. I love them. I honestly don't. Those were the hardest ones for me to decide to let go. So I have a total of 6 Balmain tops, like jackets. I'm letting go of the 3 classic ones, so the black, the pink, and the red ones. And the most simple reason for me to explain is I was holding on to them because I want to be able to wear them when I can. But I have, well, you guys know I have my health issues, which involves all my joints. So to put on and to remove those three ones, the most classic ones, I have to be on my best days to wear them. And I was holding on to them because they're so beautiful. Every time I wear them, they're like so beautiful. They're so classic and everything. But I'm holding on to the, what if I feel good that day and then I can wear it? Like I just don't want to, I just don't want to do that anymore. Like everything has to fit me without breaking in, without feeling like I can't fit in my clothes. So like I don't talk about this a lot because unless you have an invisible disease, you don't really know what I mean anyway. But I decided to let them go because at least the other ones that I have are the more flexible fabric, so I can still get in and out of them more easily. But with those three, I really was just holding on because they're so beautiful. So anyway, most of the things I'm letting go, they will be priced fairly. They are all in like new condition and slightly below retail. It's not going to be like 50% off, so don't expect that. But like, you know, it'll be a fair price. And I'll include shipping for Canada and US. And I'm also letting go of another phone bag. I hope I didn't miss anything else. That's the Chanel one. Ah! The burgundy,
Let it go.
the
We're letting
burgundy
it go.
caviar. The burgundy caviar. I just yeah, I have so many mini bags. I decided I'm just gonna, if I'm gonna cut somewhere, I'm gonna cut it. That's why I like when I need a phone bag, I just realize like I could just use my twice, which why am I not using it? Like it's just tucked away, which is why I'm gonna let go of all my phone bags. They're beautiful. They're so like that one is so hard to get. That one, okay, or that one it will be premium because obviously it's super hard to get even for me. But it'll still be priced much more reasonable than Fashion Files. So yeah, you guys got the first ever. I feel like I'm selling here. Okay, I want to move on. But yeah, Deborah, that's my my letting you guys know first. So if you guys are interested in any of those, while I try to edit it tonight, then just email me. First come first serve basis, obviously. But thank you for asking. Oh, I feel so bad. I don't want to talk about it. Just like I don't want to make it a sale video, but I am.
You haven't done a vlog sale like for a long time, so it's not like you're selling all the time. So this is actually a pretty rare opportunity.
I actually don't even remember the last time I did one. Could it have been like in 2016 or something? It's been so long. It's been forever. And I don't even know if I actually made a real vlog sale video. I might have just mentioned it in passing and someone always just emailed me and bought it. So it's always been like that. I don't think I actually did a real vlog sale video in the past. I don't remember doing one. But if I did, you guys sometimes know more than I do. So sorry, I'm just trying to go back to because it jumped and then I have to go back and I'm almost not sure if some of them are questions or not. Oh, which size is my Dior? That's a mini. Mine's mini size. Okay. Kobe girl, is the Evelyn considered a quota bag? I finally visit Hermes for the first time last weekend. During that visit, I was offered the bag in Etup. I wasn't ready to purchase, so I had to decline. I think that should give you, I mean, the fact that they offered it to you, I guess it doesn't mean that it's not a quota bag, but it is not a quota bag from what my essay told me here. I think the reason why some people think that it's a quota bag is because it can still be hard to get, especially if they just don't have the stock. And especially if your store happens to have a high demand for it, then sometimes they just don't show up very often. That can happen in certain cities and in certain stores. But as far as what my essay told me, it's not a quota bag.
I don't think it is.
No, I don't think it is. I think the Constance is sometimes considered a quota bag, but it depends on your store or the location. What else? Do you know? is maybe considered quota?
Maybe the mini Lindy could be, maybe like the mini Lynn and the mini Lindy. They are sort of the unstated quota bags because they're so popular. You probably need to have a little bit of a purchase history before they, in a way, offer it to you.
Yeah.
But it's because of the popularity. Mini Lindy's are very, very popular. So are the mini Evelyns. And I think because of that, it just feels like it's a quota bag or something that you just can't get as you walk in. But I feel like they're not necessarily a quota bag.
Right. But I agree. The mini Lindy is kind of elusive. And also the other one, the Kelly Dance, the little, the one that you can wear on the waist, or some people just wear crossbody. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
I think so. It looks a little bit like a Kelly pouch.
Yeah. So that one has also become kind of really popular lately. And I think the last time, because last time I texted with Mel from Purse on Fleek, I think she said that sometimes that one is also a quota bag. Depends on the location. But yeah. The Evelyn it generally is not, but the Evelyn TPM, like the smallest size, is generally the most popular. So sometimes it's kind of hard to get it. So it may feel like it's a quota bag, but it's not really. From our friend moderator Clara, I personally feel like the medium large classic flap is overrated as it doesn't fit a lot more than the mini, and the strap length is awkward. Next time you come to Hong Kong, you can try mine. I will, Clara. I think we will.
We will, and you might not see it in your shelves anymore.
Yeah, we'll just take it. Yeah, you know what, Clara? I think that's the reason why I quote unquote don't miss it. You know what I mean? Like both Kat and I don't have a medium large, and we are fine. And I keep buying other bags other than the medium large because, like I said before, my ship has sailed. Which is why I said if I had to redo it, I would. But now that it's too late, I'm just gonna leave it as it is. And yeah, and unless I suddenly come up with a lot of money, or unless I was traveling and there happens to be one that's like really beautiful, I might consider it. I will never say never. Just like I never thought I would sell a Chanel bag, but now I'm actually gonna sell one of them.
One,
just one. Okay, don't come for me for any other ones yet. Yeah, I'm really trying to let's not talk about it anymore. Okay, for the love of bags. With all these Birkins and Kelly unboxings on YouTube, do you think it will lose its exclusivity? Good question. At one time, there were so many classic Chanel unboxings and not so much now. What do you think?
Let's ask the audience, what do you all think? Let us know in the comment section, what do you all think? Because you are watching the videos, right? We are creating it and I'm also watching it. But maybe from your eyes, do you think it's losing its exclusivity?
You
go first.
Okay, sure. Okay, so it really just depends in a way, because how you feel I cannot change, right? So as long as I like it, it's fine. Like that's how I feel. So number one, but I understand, so sometimes some comments like I read like, oh, all I see is like everyone's wearing a classic flap. All of a sudden, if I'm wearing like a very special LV bag, then I feel more special. I get it. But it's okay. Like you do you, right? And in the end, yeah, everyone was unboxing Chanel's before, and now it's all the Birkins and Kellys. I don't feel anything worse just because I want it though. Like I feel like that's their journey and that's what they got, and that's fine. Like I'll never see them anyway. Like I don't even live in the same city as them anyway, so like it doesn't even matter. And even if we do, why is there a competition? I almost wonder why. Like if Kat lived here or if I lived in Singapore, I actually would be so glad that we both own the same thing. I actually would be wanting to wear the same as her like, every time we see each other. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, why does it make a difference? Why does it have to be negative? Why can it not be positive almost? That's why I feel like it's more of a mental thing. What do you think, Kat?
So I don't, okay, firstly, I don't think it'll lose its exclusivity. Funny story. So what day was it? Last week. Was it this week? I don't know. I'm losing track of time. Anyway, this was a long week. One of the days I went to, I went downtown and I was carrying my Birkin with me. And I swear, I think I saw another 6 or 7 ladies with the same bag. Not the exact same color, but some was taupe. There was another lady, exactly the same Birkin, 25 black hardware. And instead of feeling like, oh my gosh, she's got a bag, I was like, oh, how do you get your bag?
Yeah.
It felt a little bit like we kind of like knew a little secret. Okay, I'm talking about from Hermes' perspective because I could see her from a mile away. I was like like Birkin 25, and I bet she was like that because I tried not to look at her, and then I looked at and she was like looking back like this. All of us felt, and I'm pretty sure we sort of just have this little, I don't use the word club, but it's like you just know a little secret at the back. So whether it's Hermes or it's even like a Chanel, you would look because you love the bag. I feel like if you are seeing a lot of the videos and the unboxings, it's because you're attracted to it. And it may seem a lot, but actually it's not. It's just that you know. It's like if you have something, it's somehow you see everybody having it, but it doesn't mean that it's less exclusive. It's just that you become aware of it. Yeah, I don't think it is. It's still a very difficult bag to get, whether or not you get it in store or from the reseller. Yeah, I don't think so. I just feel like you attract what you attract.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I saw a lot of ladies carrying it, and I swear I was like, ooh, Birkins are everywhere, but not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. I was like, wow. Does it mean Singapore has a lot of Birkins?
Yeah, you know what? I totally understand what you mean, Kat, because I read that somewhere and I totally agree. They say people that are so unrelated to luxury, right? But people that have success will never be putting down another person who is also successful or is more successful than them, because they know the grind, they know the hard work, and they know the hustle that they had to go through to get to that point. And so you'll only automatically be happy for them, and as well as just almost like look up to them in a way too. So on the other hand, people who have who's always like pessimistic or negative, or maybe like look down towards successful people, actually that's not what they say, like let's say rich people, they're all crooks or whatever. Like it's almost like because they haven't achieved it probably, and also because they don't know, they really don't, right? So it's almost like the same, right? In a way, like the journey, you understand it, like you know what it took, and you appreciate the, like, money aside, you appreciate the bag quality, like the whole history and everything, like the craftsmanship behind it. It's like you just get it. So which is why I said earlier, like, why does it have to be negative? And I think, like you said, maybe it may feel like because you see it often on YouTube, but the exclusivity is still there because it's not like Hermes is really churning much more than they used to before. They're probably still the same amount. It's just that now social media is such a thing. You just didn't know back then, but it was still happening. And now people are just showing it. And yeah. Does that make
if you
sense?
think about yourself, right, Amy? Did you just walk in and get a bag? You didn't. It's still
No.
really difficult.
Yeah.
And let's not talk about Hermes, but if you talk about Chanel, you can get the bag, but you gotta work towards it. So yeah, a lot of people have Chanel bags, but really, if you are in your own bubble and your own journey, once you get that bag, it's like it's something different, you know. It's and even if let's go down to like the Speedy, right? The Speedy prices. When I first got my Speedy, it was like, wow. And then the moment I got it, yeah, I saw like a ton of people having it, but I felt like, holy cow, I got the bag. So it's just different timings and different levels. And seriously, the Birkin, even if let's say like today they say telling me like, Kat, you can get another Birkin, I can't afford it. Like, it's so crazy expensive.
Next year. Yeah.
So the exclusivity is one thing, but it becomes because of the price as well, right? You just yeah, they're everywhere. Even if I go to a reseller now, if I walk into one of the Singapore reseller, you can see shelves of them everywhere. But it's still exclusive because it's expensive.
It is. And you brought up a good example about the Speedy, because when I wear my Neverfull, I still love it. Like, okay, maybe like everyone and their grandma and their like teenage kids have it, but when I wear it, I feel good, and when I style it, that's how I look in it. Like it doesn't really matter because, and if I see someone else wear it, I wouldn't feel less about myself, and I wouldn't feel bad about the fact that they have the same thing. Like, you know what I mean? Even though, well, the Neverfull is really everywhere, you know?
But really, you know, I don't know about you guys. Like when I go shopping, I'm shopping for things, but my eyes, like my bag antenna is always on. I don't know what's wrong with me. Like people will see certain things, but everywhere I go, I'm like, ooh, myself. Ooh. I just can't help myself. And I do think I see Neverfulls, but it's not like, oh, again, Neverfull. Oh no. It's not like, ooh, another one. Ooh, another one there. Ooh.
Yeah. And like everyone looks different wearing their bags, right? So
I'm like, oh girl, your bag's too big. You put too many things inside.
Yeah, but that's a good question. That's a great question. Okay, Stella, girl, I've caught you live. I just woke up. Yay! Thank you, Stella.
In the UK, I don't know what time is it now in the UK. 5 in the morning.
Yeah,
like 6.
It's early, or you can just like kind of doze in and out of, or you can rewatch it. Okay, so Karen wants to know which series mine is. I don't know the series, but I'll look at it now. This was from the cruise 2017, so I bought it in December 2016 because that's when the cruise collection comes out. 23 series.
Wow, 23 series. That's 2000. Yeah, 15, 16.
It was year end of 2016. Because this is the cruise 2017 collection, and cruise usually comes in December and January. So yeah, it's 23 series, and I think bags now are like in 31 series. 31. I think. Yeah. Christine, have you ever considered selling one of your Gabrielle?
It's mine.
Exactly. Actually, you know what? I have not. Huh. I was always wondering. Oh, I just saw someone gave us a super chat. Thank you so much. I don't know who you are yet because I'm still on top, but I'll get to your comments soon. But I guess this is one of the bags that I haven't really thought of selling.
It's from SB. SCB.
Is it? Oh,
SCB.
thank you so much. But yeah, because well, aside from the fact that if Kat ever really decides to see me in person, I will sell her one.
Mine.
But it's also because I really like it. I really liked the Gabrielle. I really, I think 2 lives ago, a few of you had said, oh, that maybe they're phasing out the Gabrielle, and I'm like, what? That's crazy. Like, because I don't know. I feel like the Gabrielle is such a good bag, and it's not as talked about anymore because the Chanel 19 took over. But I'm telling you, every time I wear my Gabrielle, I just love it. It's so good. And I love it in the mini size, or they call it mini size, small, mini, whatever. It's the same, the smallest size.
Christine, don't even ask, because when I go to America, I'm just crossing the border. I'm like, give me your bag.
Well, actually, yeah, it's still better to cross the border because I don't know. It's still shipping across even USA. I feel a bit nervous because it's still like a whole bag, but at least it's much faster, If I DHL it, it'll be like overnight. Oh, but I hate shipping. Anyway, yeah, that was fun. But yeah, I haven't really thought of selling my Gabrielle. Okay, hello, Love88. If I could go back in time, I would buy the LV twice. Yes. Oh, okay. Let me finish reading your question first. Every time Amy mentions it, I cry. Resale is pretty pricey. They have the new. They have a couple of new bags now that kind of looks like the twice. There's one that's called Coussin, but it's really big. It's like, well, they have 2 sizes. They have one that's a smaller size and one that's really like very statement. And it has 3 compartments, but it comes with a 2 detachable straps. I think one is a chain and one is a the web straps that we see on the Muzi Pochette, and which other bag did they do have it in? The other one, the one that's like the little clutch, not little clutch, the trunk clutch, is that what they call it? Anyway, that one looks like the twice a little bit, and then there's another one I can't remember now. But every time I see those 2 bags, because they're new, I'm like, oh, it looks like my bag, but I like mine better. I am seeing another super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You. It's from Chris. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris. I'm still on top, so I'm not like, I can't see your names, but I see the little pop-up. But you know what? The twice, you can still sometimes find it in good condition, secondhand, but you just really have to, look at the photos properly, make sure that it's in good condition enough and the price is acceptable and whatnot. Yeah, it is a really good bag. Okay. It's Heart Chanel by Charisse. I just bought a Gabrielle from, I think, Fashion File, small, dark pink on excellent condition, but no authenticity card. 3,200 fair price for, is 3,200 a fair price for no authenticity card and not a neutral color? I dress very neutral and plain. Ooh.
I think that's okay.
I think that's okay.
3,200 in USD?
Well, price it's definitely a fair price. It's a pretty decent price. But the neutral color part is where I'm almost wondering if you're hesitating because you're saying that you usually dress really plain. And I wonder if you also want your bag to be plain and neutral. But the price is fair, I think. The Gabrielle doesn't resell super well, so I think you can find pretty good deals, and your example shows it. So as long as you love the bag, so really think about it. I think you have like a, how many, 30-day period to return it, right? If you decide against it. I think the price is okay.
They have that. I didn't know they have a return policy.
Fashion File, yeah. But it's just that if you're overseas, then by the time it reaches you, it's probably already how many days later, right? So if you're within the States, it's much easier because, yeah, shipping within the States is very fast. even with USPS, I think it's like 2 business days for their regular service. 2 or 3 business days is really fast, so much faster than Canada. Okay, I keep seeing this question. Shanna.
Where did I get my Chanel mini caramel? Oh, basically the official color is brown. Got it in Malaysia, people.
Yeah. Don't you remember, Shanna, that she just did her quarantine last week? So she was still in Malaysia before that.
2 weeks ago. Yeah, I just finished.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm transported everywhere. One moment I'm here, one moment I'm there. Yes, I got that in Malaysia. I got that in the KLCC outlet, and I got it, and I was sharing with Amy. I got it. I feel because of the lockdown that was happening in Malaysia, because of the MCO, a lot of the shops were not open, and Chanel wasn't open, and they had the stock, or I think they didn't have the stock. I can't remember, like they had the stock or not had the stock, but basically because of all the delays, people may not have known that Chanel opened. I managed to be one of the few to get in touch with my SA really quickly to grab the bag, because I don't, honestly, if it was any other time, non-lockdown time, there's no way I would have a chance in hell to get that bag. So the lockdowns were good to me.
I agree, Kat. It's the same here too, because I've been asking about the mini vanity. It's such an elusive bag, honestly. I've been asking about since 2019. And especially for now, during the pandemic, even though we've had our official launch, which was a few weeks ago, I think April, was it no, not April, March 11th, I think that was the official launch here. However, a lot of the things still hasn't arrived. So even if I showed up on launch day, I probably couldn't buy anything. Like there was nothing in yet. I mean, I bought the headband, but that was it. Like they haven't received a lot of the bags yet. So they are probably still has not received a lot of them yet, because my SA told me that they could come as late as May, which means the next collection will be out too, or at least supposedly the next collection, which is 21A. Normally the release, when you start seeing the collection is, in May. Like globally, there are countries that get them first, right? Not in Canada, we usually are later. Like we're usually in July, but yeah, it's just, it's the whole pandemic has really messed up the whole logistics and things trickling in. And sometimes when you just happen to be there and you just happen to ask about it, then it's yours. Yeah. But only because of the situation.
Oh, we missed that
comment.
Oh,
sorry, I didn't read it yet. Kobe girl, people unboxing Birkins and Kellys now are mainly Chanel's fault. Their price point is so close to Hermes now that people are jumping to Hermes shit.
Agreed. I mean, yeah. For me, I'm definitely one of them. I just became so like crazy that this is ridiculous that I decided to try, not even jump, just try. It's sort of like it was the nudge that was given by Chanel to try our hand at Hermes, because before that it was so unattainable. But now, thank you, Chanel, you have made yourself very unattainable. Might as well go and try the other one.
Agreed. I pretty much am in the same boat, because I am one to never have felt comfortable with these kind of prices. It became more of an acceptable thing just because I was almost forced into it. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of you saw how much my collection has changed, right? I didn't start with tons of unboxings, and nothing against that either. But even like my earliest bags, they were very they were very well priced. Like I was always more like conservative, right? And I still am in a way, but I kind of just got forced into this whole new price range, and to the point where I mean, why would I spend that money at Chanel when the quality is going down and it's still really hard to get things, and I already have a good collection, to be honest. So it was kind of a natural progression for me. But yeah, Hermes is another whole ball game. Like Clara is saying here, I think the Birkin and Kelly's are still very exclusive. Still not very easy for most of us. A few exceptions, of course, but the process is not easy. And totally, I still haven't gotten mine. It's not easy. I don't find it easy. But I am enjoying it because, like I explained last time, it's a different experience shopping at Hermes, at least as far as the last few visits I've had. It just seems like even if I'm buying other things, those other things, quality-wise and just being able to really be able to enjoy the brand and the sale associate, and just even the visit alone is very pleasure. Like it's fun. It's almost like if you always say get your morning coffee, and the cashier or the person serving you is always really bright and you always look forward to it. It's almost the same feeling, like you just have a better experience in a way. Whereas Chanel now, sometimes with the quality of their items, you have to double check, triple check, quadruple check. That gives me so much stress. So quality of the item has nothing to do with SA, but even with SA, sometimes the store is so busy because Chanel is still a very coveted brand, same as LV, and sometimes they have to take care of a few clients at the same time. And I just feel like their attention is not always just with me. And that deters the experience a little bit, which I never really knew the difference before, but now I do. So I think Kat was going to say something too.
Oh, yeah. You know, we always talk about handbags, but I had a chat with SA a few days ago, and he was referring me to sharing me his story about Rolexes. So watches, luxury watches, is just as difficult or even worse than what we talk about. So of course, this luxury live show, all luxuries are all about handbags mainly, right? We do dabble a little bit of jewelry, but we're not near that. But the luxury watch world is a totally different ball game, especially with the very, very exclusive, expensive ones like Rolex. I don't even know the brands, like Audemars Piguet. I don't know. But anyway, Rolex and Hermes have the same kind of marketing strategy where if you want to get a Rolex, you can't get a Rolex. Like you have to buy watches before they get offered those coveted green submarinas or the black ones or the Pepsi Cola. I don't know what, they have certain names for them, but those are considered the basic models. But before you get offered those basic models, you probably need to buy several watches before you are even considered. He was telling me that even if you've got tons of money and you walk into the store, you buy one watch and you just throw them like 30,000, they'll say, get lost. We don't want you because, yeah, you got money, but we want customers. We want real customers. So Rolex is another different ballgame. They're like, no, you want to watch? Be a customer. Be a customer, buy 6 or 7 other watches. So we talk about Hermes being like, oh my God, it's such a horrible process. You know, they make you pre-spend. I think maybe if we talk to those watch crazed, not called crazed, but watch connoisseurs, they'll be like, oh, that's nothing.
That's nothing.
It's nothing. Spend a few $100,000 on watches before you get your Hulk. I'm like, what? That is how crazy it is.
So when you say other watches, does it mean other Rolex watches or other like not even Rolex watches?
Rolexes.
Okay, so still really expensive watches,
Yeah,
but just not the one that you want.
yeah. So maybe you buy some other basic Rolex watches, maybe
Yeah.
those that when you walk in the store, you just see, the usual oyster band with some diamonds. Yeah, buy a couple of those, buy one for and then finally you get the elusive green Hulk or the black something. It's that crazy, and watches are so much more expensive. When we are talking about Hermes, where we buy a little bit of t-shirts, we buy a couple of shoes, and then they finally say, okay, here, have a bag. But that's nothing, in that perspective, it's nothing. So he was telling me that it's so common in the high-end luxury watch community, that pre-spending is normal.
Did he tell you what how like in Hermes world you would say 1-to-1, 2-to-1? Did he tell you like?
No, they say it's a lot to one.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
Yeah, because the luxury watch lovers, they have like deep pockets.
Right.
Like you are a collector.
Mm.
It's more than just a handbag collector. It's like you collect watches, and not just Rolex is probably like the most baseline, but they have all the other brands. I don't know, the Pateks and anyway, all of those. So you collect watches. It's like stamp collectors. So to you, it's okay.
Crazy.
So
Yeah.
pre-spend in the luxury world luxury watch world is normal. Normal. It's expected.
Yeah, good thing I don't need a watch and I'm not into watches. And even if I did, I would just buy the whatever oyster you said, like the whatever two-tone. That's all I need. Even if I want it.
You're not a customer. Don't even bother.
No, I'm not even gonna be able to if I wanted to. And plus, like, even Hermes is enough for me. So never mind that. But that was really good info. And the thing is, like, as you were saying that, I'm like, I feel bad for my husband because he already knows that he can't get it. But like I think he got his first Rolex really like a long time ago, like way before I met him. So I think maybe back then it wasn't as crazy, but now I definitely know it's really crazy. It's very, very crazy. Okay. Hello, Love 88. In real life, Birkins and Kellys are not everywhere. Even at very high-end shopping malls, I just see one Birkin. LVs and Chanels are another story, though. Agree? It's true. I think I hardly ever see anyone with a Birkin or Kelly. It's so rare. It's very rare. I don't even see them at the Hermes store, meaning I don't even see the other customers wearing one. That's how rare it is.
Actually, it is very rare. And I think in Singapore is a totally different little luxury bubble.
True.
It's high end here. And when I go to of course, the higher end malls, yeah, they're kind of, I don't use the word common, but I do see them. Like, I see several bags walking around, but I totally agree. It's not common. If I go to any other mall around here, it's so rare. It's like a dodo. You never see it's extinct.
Yeah, it's not so rare. Even like I'm just kind of imagining myself, even if I had one, when I get offered mine, it's not like I'll wear it all the time. I'll wear it, but I won't wear it all the time. So it's not like you'll see me with my Birkin every time either.
I'm bringing my Birkin to IKEA today.
Good for you.
Trying to bring it everywhere, but yeah.
No, but I love my other bags too. It's not like I'm changing to I'm only gonna love Hermes now. It's not. I still rotate my other bags too. It depends on what I'm wearing that day. So, but that's just me. Maybe other people are different. However, I do want to say sometimes I do have a honeymoon phase with my bags. So if it's bright, like brand new, shiny, and I just want to wear it for that week, you might see me every day wearing that bag. But in general, once I'm done with that honeymoon phase, I do rotate. I do wear my other bags too.
Maybe I should bring my Gucci out. Yeah,
yeah,
see.
so cute. Okay, Linda, I'm also trying to downsize my bags. Notice that my Bottega cassette has fraying, and my YSL Lulu is also not getting much use. Should I get rid of them? I still love them though. Only you can decide, because when you say you still love them, it means that you still want to have them in your collection, right? So I think downsizing is okay, but like me, I took a while to downsize. I was sitting on everything because I didn't want to make the wrong decision, because like we always say, selling is never fun and very hard and sometimes risky. Which is why even during my vlog sale video, I mentioned that I'm only going to sell to people like you guys that trust me already, because I'm asking for either a direct bank transfer, like within Canada, we have EMT, or if it's someone from you international, I'm going to ask them to look into bank transfers, because I don't want to deal with someone trying to con me. Like, I just don't have the time to deal with that, and nobody wants that anyway. So if you don't trust me, don't buy from me, and that's fine. I'm not going to be, no, I'm not going to take it personally, nothing like that, but it's just, it's hard. So maybe ponder on it. If you still love your bag, then wear it a few more times to see. If there's fraying, take it to your store. Actually, they should probably look at it. No? I don't
That's
know.
for sure. This work from home thing, in Singapore, we're starting to go back to the office. And I find myself being very excited to grab my bags now to go out and use them. So it could be what you're feeling is a situation of now.
Right.
So yeah, I agree with what Amy said. Maybe take a little bit of time. Don't rush into it. In the thick of the work from home, I did feel like, oh my gosh, my bags are not getting used. It's sitting there. But now that slowly, there are opportunities to bring it for more formal occasions, I'm glad I didn't let the bags go. So yeah, I think you should wait a little bit, because you still love the bag. Unless you said, I don't like the bags anymore, then it's a totally different conversation. But because you did say that you love your bag, and it could be just the work from home that you might want to consider for now.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. I think for many people, that's what might be happening. For my case, I think it's a little different. Like I've always said the Speedy I never wear, and I've always said, well, actually, I've never said about my shoulder thing, but I just never really had to voice it. I just like clothing wise, and basically my clothing and my footwear, they're very, very tricky, and I don't need to explain it every time. I feel like a broken record if I did, but yeah, it took a lot for me to decide to let go of those Balmain jacket, but yeah. Hopefully they'll go to a home that actually can wear them more than I did. Okay, for the love of bags, I don't look at it in a negative way, but maybe it's getting easier to attain. At one time, I would never have thought it was possible. Oh, totally. I wasn't saying that you're negative, but I was just saying sometimes I feel like other individuals can or maybe it can be even perceived in general as oh my gosh, everyone has a Birkin now, like everyone has a Kelly now, or everyone wants one now. It almost sounds more of a negative tone. I agree with you that it may seem like it's easier to attain. I think it's because there's so much information sharing now that before it was such a mystery. I honestly didn't know how it worked before. I honestly really did not know. I thought it was really hard. I thought it was like waitlisted how long, and that they would not even consider me at all. But now that I know it's not, and that everyone has a fair chance, yeah, maybe it feels like it's easier, but only because you know how, I feel, right?
That's a good point. Yeah, now that you know how, it's just like, oh, okay, I'm gonna try.
Yeah. It's so true. And yeah, it's still gonna, yeah, I still don't believe that even if you know how, that everybody would be ready and just go and start their journey. Not everyone likes it, first of all, and also, yeah, like, I think if you asked me even 2 years ago, I would not want that style of bag. I don't know, like, I just changed. Maybe I'm getting old.
That's the dark side of social media, you know. Like the information is all out there for us to know, and sometimes when we know it, and then we're like, nah, too much of it. You know, it's just excessive. Everybody's got it. But if we step out of the bubble of the social media, like if you don't watch these live streams, you don't watch videos, you know, you ask anybody on the street, actually, it's it's still very exclusive.
It is. Yeah. Okay, Tammy, beige or gold YSL Lulu small puffer versus beige Prada re-edition in Saffiano. Ooh.
Beige and gold. Oh, it's a beige bag with gold hardware, YSL
Yeah.
Lulu puffer, okay, or a beige Prada re-edition in Saffiano. Okay, I know my
I will.
answer.
Me too. I really like the Prada re-edition. Is that what you chose?
No,
No?
I was gonna go beige Lulu
Okay, why?
because I don't like Saffiano leather.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, nah.
Well, for me, it's not because I don't like the Lulu. For me, it's I've been eyeing. I'm not gonna get it, but I have been eyeing. This Clara and this Isabel both have the re-edition bag. I'm like, what the heck? Those influencers. I've been really liking the bags. The thing is, I'm just holding, not going there because, first of all, my goal is to downsize to under 20 bags, which I'm trying to do. So I'm not gonna go and add another bag all of a sudden. Well, except for the Birkin, which I am anticipating. But aside from that, I actually really like the Prada re-edition. Not necessarily in Saffiano, but I just like it. It's of all the Prada bags, aside from their nylon backpack, which we talked about, or even bucket bag, the re-edition, the little crossbody or the little shoulder bag is really cute.
Going for the leather. Like, I don't actually. I think I mentioned before, and Isabel remembers that I said it. The Lulu puffer looks swollen. But if I had I had to choose. Like, I had to choose the leather. I will always go with anything but Saffiano. And like, if anybody has Saffiano, I know it's a very good leather, but it's not my preference. I'm a more soft
Smooth.
bag, smooth bag. I know it's maybe a bit of grains. Saffiano, even Epsom is actually my last choice. I do like the Epsom. I think I need to maybe have it and use it, but it's just that it's the whole experience of touching the bag that I don't like. I don't find it very pleasurable. So, you know, when I saw Saffiano, I was like, yeah, no, didn't even bother about the design of the bag. I'm like, no.
Let me ask you, what if it was the nylon?
Oh, okay, then I'll go with the nylon. I'm so easily swayed. I'm like, yeah, okay. Let's not get the swollen bag. Let's get the nylon.
So for you, the leather comes first, and then the style
comes first. True, the feeling.
I was going for the style, because I guess I didn't mind the leather. That's why. So sorry, we're making it even tougher for you, but hopefully that kind of helped you.
Kind of.
I hope. Okay, Rasia, it seems everyone is just gravitating towards Chanel and Hermes. What will become of other brands? There is barely any exposure for other brands comparatively. Thoughts? I don't think that's entirely true. I feel like other brands always have their place, but I think this community is so savvy now. We and I say savvy because we talk about resale value a lot and it's in everyone's mind. And that is why Chanel and Hermes always comes up, because they're the two brands, and especially if you go with the coveted bags, they're the two brands where the bags, if you ever decide to let go, or if you made a bad decision, you can most likely recuperate most of the money, if not sometimes make money of. So I think that is why we talk about it so much, but we still buy other things. Like we still, we were just talking about the re-edition, that how much like I keep seeing it. I'm like, oh,
bring my Gucci out. It's right there.
yeah,
Hang on.
yeah, let's bring your Gucci out. We still buy other bags, and I still feel like the if you look at the influencers that are really fashion oriented, like the ones that really get hired for campaigns and everything, they truly are multi-branded. They truly enjoy all brands. And yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna say. Like for us, because we're normal people and we care about the longevity, timelessness, and resale value a tiny bit more, so we talk about it a bit more. But I don't think that it will necessarily erase other brands, and that I just think that there's a place for those two. Yeah. And love your Gucci bag, by the way. Such a good birthday present from your husband.
Yeah, I feel like it's just, we try not to talk about reselling our bags because we should be buying bags that are forever in our collection, because these are very expensive things. They're not like something really cheap. You're putting a lot of money into them, so we don't want to encourage, and I never want to encourage reselling, because it sucks. Like, you don't want to buy something to sell. Should have stand the test of time. But because we live in a world that we love, we're women, we change our minds. We change our minds, and we live in a world with, things that move really quickly. Having an expensive item that does retain its value in the future, if we ever change our minds, is very comforting to know. Which is why it ends up being a lot on LV, Chanel, and Hermes. Okay, it's just a very savvy choice, which is what Amy said. We don't want to be spending our money frivolously, especially this is so expensive. Occasionally, a frivolous one will come along because we love bags. But as much as we can, we should be buying smart. And I'm not saying buying other brands is not smart, but it is a decision that you make knowing that if you were to ever resell it, like if you need to resell it, you have to, hand on heart, know that those are the bags that not everybody wants to buy, because most people will have a savvy brain. Be like, yeah, I'm gonna cut you 50% on that bag. I have other brands. I have my YSL, and I know buying my YSL puffer is a passion purchase. Like, I love that bag. I love it. This is obviously a passion purchase. I told my husband don't buy it, but yeah, it's a passion purchase because it's something that may I won't say would not, but may not be resellable in the future for a good price if I need to resell it.
Although I think for the Doraemon collab, it might be different.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, and plus you're gonna use the bag. I think you like the bag so that it's not even something that it comes across your mind of having to sell in the future. So,
Husband and will kill me.
And in those cases, it's fine to buy other things too. But I see what you mean too, like from the point of view of, it seems like everyone is just talking about Hermes and Chanel. What about other brands? But I do believe that they have their place too. By the way, thank you, SCB. I just saw your names, and Chris Tan, and I think there was another person. I'm not there yet, but thank you all for your super chat. Thank you so much. Okay, Capital Lux. Haha, we have bag antennas. My husband always names the exact make and model of watches worn by actors on TV. Wow.
Wow.
While I'm like, oh, that's a Chanel trendy. That's a Cherama. I know. We just love what we love, right?
Yeah. You know, there's a funny story from a friend of mine, a colleague of mine. He doesn't buy any luxury at all, but one day he decided to splurge on a very, you know, I tease him like, oh, expensive shoe, but it is for him because he's very, very, very careful with his money. So finally, he bought his pair of shoes, Onitsuka Tiger, something like that. It looks a little bit like an Adidas, but anyway, it's like a few $100s. He said that the moment he bought it, because then your eyes are open, right? Because you have it, therefore you are more aware of it. And every time he goes out, he's like, "Ooh, there, Onitsuka." He can name the models now, which is exactly like us. Like, because I go around like, "Oh, that looks like the Chanel."
Yeah, I know. So my husband is the same. He's also into sneakers, and because he's into sneakers, even I can recognize sometimes. And it's so funny because it used to be me getting compliments, but now he's the one getting compliments because he actually wears his sneakers too sometimes, which means, you know, he really cleans them every time he wears them. And some of them he doesn't actually wear. He's just keeping it precious. But yeah, all the guys, they come over and like, oh, like your sneaker. Where'd you get it? Or how did you get it? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh.
Did you get it from?
I know.
I don't know.
Oh, so funny. Okay, from Glessy Rojas. Essay at Rodeo Drive Boutique confirmed to me today that the Gabrielle is being discontinued. She said because sales are poor and only strong in Asia. Wait a minute. Does it mean that they're going to discontinue in North America only and still continue sale in Asia? That is so sad.
Bad news.
Yeah. The Chanel 19 really took over, I guess. Okay, Chris is wondering what will be our 6th bag if we had to choose another one. Now I have to think about it. I don't know.
If I had to start all over again, I would pick. I think I need like a crossbody casual bag.
You know what? I was going for the easy one. I was gonna say I'll just add a Kelly too. I need both combos, right? If you know, that is assuming that I will even pursue 2 bags, but that's what I've been told, that once you get into it, you're gonna be addicted and you're gonna want your second one. So I guess I'm gonna add the Kelly for my choice for the 6th one if I have to. But if I'm not going Hermes route, let's say, that's really hard because I'm staring at my bags and I can choose any of them. Because literally I can choose the trendy, or I can choose the reissue, or I can choose the Gabrielle.
I think I would choose one of the Chanel like crossbody bags, maybe the square or the rectangular, but in the Caviar. I think I would go with that. Just not so much of the resale, but and also the price, just because I feel like that one I can use for many, many, many occasions. Casual, which is what you said. I think casual, it can be dressy.
Yeah.
I think I will pick that for me.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I feel like everyone, it's almost like you say everyone needs a classic flap. I think everyone needs a mini flap too. I honestly feel like everyone needs a mini flap more than a classic flap, because the mini flap is very, very handy and so easy to wear. Okay, I'm seeing some comments here, like Maria saying about my collection, and Razia saying good luck.
See a comment from Capital Lux confirming my Rolex story.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Maria is saying there has been recent YouTube videos on how Chanel is reserving more and more bags for the VIP VICs, frustrating others. This is a game changer. Sends more people to resellers. Maria, you know what? I might have to agree with you. I don't know what is going on, but I haven't been able to get anything. I literally haven't been able to. I got the headband. I wonder if that's just like to calm me down. But any bags that I asked for, like the little top handle mini, the vanity case, nope. So you might be onto something. You might be right. You might be right. What do you think, Kat? But there's also the pandemic too. So
I don't know. For me, like I'm me getting that brown bag, and I shared with Amy. I said that it is pure luck. I have never shopped with this girl before. This essay, she's an essay of a friend. She's the essay of a friend, sort of a friend, and she's I've never bought from her before. This is my first purchase, and I was just so lucky. And I think it's the pandemic that got me the
right.
bag.
Yeah.
Because any other time, there's no way.
Yeah, maybe in your case, you literally was in the right place at the right time because they literally opened the next day, right?
Yeah.
They opened the day. Well, I mean, they opened,
and I got it the next day. So
yeah.
I was just lucky. And what a purchase.
Sometimes it is what it is, right? Like you hear these stories about Hermes too, how they just walk in and offered it by buying a scarf only. I mean, I haven't been able to do that. So I think it happens. Sometimes you just get lucky and it's fine. It's great. It's amazing that it happened to you. I really wanted you to have it. I'm like, at least one of us can have the brown, elusive freaking Chanel mini bag. Okay, from Amalu. Hi, from San Diego, California, enjoying your live. What do you think about the Christian Dior small cargo bag and the Chanel rectangular versus the Chanel rectangular mini? On Chanel, totally with you on the ridiculous price. I don't like the Carol bag.
Me too.
Yeah, the CD is too big. And I just am biased with Chanel too. So yeah, I think aside from the CD being too big, I feel like it's one of those that will come and go. The bag, the Carol bag, come and go.
Yep.
Don't know.
I agree. I don't think it's I think it's one of those filler bags.
Yeah.
Please don't hate me.
Yeah, please don't take it in the wrong way. Like if you have it, if you love it, like I said, wear it, own it, style it, whatever. Like I have bags that you guys don't like, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
I have a lot.
Or I have things that you guys don't like, and we don't all have to like the same things. Maria, much happening with Chanel prices increases, people reevaluating quality, shaking up the market towards Hermes, towards Gucci, Prada, Loewe, pre-love Chanel. Thoughts? Yeah, I have to agree. Definitely towards Hermes, yes. Gucci, I'm not sure, but Prada, I feel like it's really just because they are trending with the re-edition bag and the nylon bags. Loewe has always been stable to me, and pre-love Chanel is always a thing, I feel. What do you think, Kat?
I feel like it's more Chanel to Hermes because of the prices, and but I'm not sure if they are just because of that they're going to the other like Gucci, Prada, and all. I think people are re-evaluating their money, like spending this kind of crazy money on bags that have sometimes questionable quality. So maybe they're going to other brands where um, are not as expensive. Like maybe I feel like more like YSL. And maybe maybe you want to say that, yeah, maybe like YSL, maybe not Gucci. I don't think people jump from Chanel to Gucci, but maybe like YSL, Bottega for sure.
But it's pockets, right? It's only the it bags, really. Like even for Gucci, I feel like the Doraemon collab was really successful.
It was,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
And with Prada, the re-edition and just coming back with a lot of nylon bags is really successful as well. And Loewe is Loewe, and Pre-Love Chanel is Pre-Love Chanel. So yeah, which is good. I feel like if you still prefer shopping retail Chanel, which I do, you just really have to inspect your items, because oh my gosh, I saw I was reading the purse form, I can't remember for what. Maybe I was researching for the next collection. I saw this photo of someone who posted one of the newest phone bags. No, you know how like this season there's the newest phone bag where there's a flap in front and then there's a zipper in the back. So there's two compartments, and it's like this. So your phone goes in the front compartment where the flap opens, and then you have a back compartment with card slots, and you can
I
put
think
like,
I saw it. Yeah, I think I saw that.
So that one, there was a photo of one of those where the bottom was literally, it was not straight. It was literally like I'm exaggerating a little bit. Like instead of being straight, it was like
Dipping down.
Yeah, and you can definitely tell because the diamonds, this side is bigger, like by a lot. This type of quality you only see it in fakes, and even fakes are nicer than this. Like how did that even pass QC? It makes no sense why a store would even have one like that to sell. Like how ridiculous is that? It's just unacceptable. It really is. You just have to really watch out and inspect your items. Okay, Miss B, want to add another caramel bag or beige bag? What do you think of the YSL Nikki for everyday or another YSL puffer in beige? I have the black and love it. Love from Canada. So it's either the Nikki or the YSL. Which one do you like?
I actually like the Nikki. I only have one issue with the Nikki, is the way the closure pulls the bag up. And we did a live stream. I don't know which live stream. One of the live streams, like
we did
a long time ago, and I shared that when you close it, it's because the bag is so thin. The leather is so thin. It pulls the bag a little wrongly, and I saw it about a year ago. I don't know if they fixed the issue, but I remember that with the issue with the Nikki, it's just not so, doesn't look so nice, and I don't know how the wear and tear will be like over time. So because of that, I would go with the puffer. But you already have a black puffer, so
right.
I don't know. You have to really love the puffer to get two puffers. Like, right?
Exactly. I almost feel like sometimes getting a duplicate, which is a dangerous thing to do, in the moment you want it. I totally get it, because that's always how I felt before I got my duplicate bag. But once you own both, from my experience anyway, you're always going to gravitate towards one more.
Yeah.
Always. So I almost caution getting another one, even though you love it. So think about that maybe. Yeah. Definitely think about the duplicate issue thing. Okay, Joy go. What do you think is the optimum number of bags you would want in your collection?
I have 20 bags in my collection, so it's optimum.
That's really good. That is optimal. I'm trying to get to that. I have to sell off a few. Although I do count my mini, like the tiny little SLG bags, I count them too. So once I get rid of, how many did I say I was going to get rid of? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that it? 1, 2.
5 bags. You're going to get rid of 5 bags.
Yeah, Speedy, Spring Street, Petit Sac Plat, Mon Trésor, phone bag from Chanel is 5 bags. Although 2 of them are really SLGs, but I consider them bags. So once I get rid of those 5 bags, then I will have 18. But I'm still adding the Birkin, so that will be 19. So for me, a magic number would be 20 or less. That's my magic number. So you're at my magic number already.
Yeah, I'm at 20.
Yeah. I think 20 for me is a good number. Which is why I think going forward, it has to be all, one in and one out. Like I can't have more than 20. I mean, I can, but you know, closet-wise, I just don't want to be so cluttered and not even feel like I know what I have. Like I just don't like that feeling. It'll be nice too.
I'm looking down because I have a list of all my bags.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm at 20. I did include my Elma PM, which I gave to my mom.
Oh, so that doesn't count.
It counts. It sort of counts because she doesn't really use it, and anytime I want it back, it's mine. So
Oh.
but if I had to add a bag, then you know I've got one space.
Yeah, for sure. Let her keep it for now.
Keep it so that I'm at 20. But then no, she's keeping it, but it's kind of like mine, so I'm at 20. But if I need to add a bag, it's her bag. I'm still at 20.
20 is a good number, I feel. Thank you so much, Malu Snidiker. Sorry, butchered your name, but thank you for the super sticker. Okay. From Tammy, thank you for answering my question. Kat, you mentioned the YSL was super swollen looking. Was that about the Lulu or the puffer version? Ah, okay.
The Lulu. The puffer doesn't look swollen. The puffer does have an issue. Like I'm very fair. Like I don't just insult some other bag. I also insult my own bags. Like I know there are issues with my bag. I don't love them blindly because you know they're never perfect. But yeah, so the Lulu, which I'll just pull up a picture. You can go to the next question.
Sure.
Just
Next question is by the same person, but okay, I'll read it. I was considering my first Chanel bag soon. Chanel 19 small versus square mini versus trendy CC small, all in black. Which one would be the first choice for casual wear, date nights? Casual wear and date nights.
This is the Lulu, right? The Lulu. It looks swollen. Because it's very puffy, right? But on my frame, because it's quite, you know, it's got a bit of, you know, water retention. It does look a little bit like big on me. Whereas for the YSL puffer, it's a little slimmer, right? It's you know, it's
more deflatable.
Deflatable a little bit. And because it's squishier and it's softer, therefore it sits a little closer to my body, which is why I feel it is not as swollen as the Lulu puffer. But the how do you say, like the disadvantage of that is it is squishier, and therefore you'll see more wrinkles and it will squish. Whereas compared to the Lulu, because it's got more structure in this in its puff, it will retain its shape better. So depends on what you look like. Still looking swollen.
That's so funny. But you know what? We all wear bags differently. So on your body it will look totally different on how it looks on Kat, and it will look totally different from how it looks on me. So you gotta try it and decide for yourself too. But that's so funny. Also from Tammy, I was considering my first Chanel bag. So between Chanel 19, Square Mini, Trendy CC, which one is the best choice for casual wear and date nights? I have an answer. I'm wondering about yours.
Casual wear and date nights. Okay, I have my answer.
Okay, so I'll go first then. Then you can tell me. So I have two thoughts. Are you a light packer or are you not? If you're a light packer, Square Mini for sure. I love my Square Mini. Except that now you can only get it in lamb, so I'm not so sure about the casual wear part. But otherwise, I would go for the mini. And if you're not a light packer, Chanel 19
Hmm.
is my choice. What about you?
I went straight for the Chanel Mini
Mm,
because I feel like the 19 might not be so suitable for date nights because I always imagine date
right.
nights. I haven't been for a date night for a long time, but I imagine date nights are, you don't bring much
Yeah,
out. You just bring a little hand sanitizer, you hold your phone, you hold your
compact.
phone, yeah, everything, nothing much, nothing much.
Yeah.
It's just an accessory for your outfit. And then for casual wear, considering nowadays I don't bring a lot out, really, I everything is done on my phone. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I could get away with just the Square Mini sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't pick the Chanel 19 because of the date night part, and I didn't pick the trendy CC because it's not really that casual, right? It's not.
Yeah,
It's bigger.
it's more boxy, so you'll have a harder time being casual with it. And I'm assuming casual is like, running your errands, um, I don't know, going to the park, going to a family's house, maybe, or maybe seeing your girlfriends on the weekend. So like that, I mean, I think that's what I imagine for casual. But yeah, you're totally right about the Square Mini would still be my first pick, honestly. But I was also just thinking, if you're really not a light packer, which a lot of people aren't, then it's really hard to just live with the Square Mini. Although a mini is always a good idea. It always is, because um aside from the fact that pandemic, we don't really pack much, like we really don't want to bring too much out. Aside from that issue, a mini is always a good idea. Just, I guess we're a little bit biased too. Miss
Got
B.
10 more minutes.
Oh,
Wow.
right. Okay, so we have 10 more minutes, so we better hurry up a little bit so that we can cover everyone. Okay, Miss B. Agree with Chanel. Toronto store doesn't have a lot. I couldn't get anything I wanted through my essay or as well. Not many options here except resellers. I think especially the really hard to get bags. Yeah, they probably go mostly to the VIPs first. Okay, Junior Sodi. As previously mentioned, there is space for all brands. I believe people shopping for less talked about brands are less concerned about resale. Correct.
True.
Yeah. From V Star, hello from Ottawa. Most of us usually start our handbag collection with black bags or neutral. If there's one color to start with, what should it be? Not including neutrals like beige and grays. Not including black, beige, and gray. I gravitate towards red, but not everyone is a red person bag. Or burgundy, actually. Burgundy is almost neutral.
Burgundy. Yeah, burgundy is a good color. I would go blue.
Yeah, blue. Yeah.
The deep
Blue is
blues.
easy.
Yeah, it kind of go with most things. Blue.
Yeah. especially because nowadays we wear denim so much. Blue
Mm.
goes with denim so well. Okay. Or just go with your
Favorite
favorite
color.
color. Exactly, your favorite color. Oh, interesting. Would you like to own a Kelly and what size? And leather. Oh, wow. I wish I knew all that already because I haven't even gotten my first one yet. I want to say size 25 because I always stick with the small one. Leather, I don't know. I honestly don't know because don't they say Epsom is good for Cellier and then otherwise go with Togo, or I think you like Swift too, right? For the retourné.
25. I feel 25 is a very good size with the Kelly. I had the 32. So to wear a 32, you do need a bit of height. I feel like it did overwhelm my frame, size 32. Size 28 is actually a really good size, good going out size. It's bigger, but yet it's not so big. But yeah, I think I will go with 25.
Yeah, I feel like for me, none of my bags are really utility and work. My Neverfulls can be kind of for utility and work and travel, but aside from that, none of my bags are, and I prefer to keep it that way. So I would still keep it for at the smallest size. I would still go 25 anyway. Okay, Lux Love Journey. I heard that soon Hermes will honor your purchase from other countries or other boutique tours your purchase history. Thoughts? I heard
Wow.
about that too. I just watched Tamara's unboxing. She had just bought another Kelly. I think it was a 25 as well. It's like in a coral color, really beautiful in Swift leather. And she said something about how Hermes is gonna move towards, like, they're basically gonna track your history, the purchase history worldwide. So if you're allowed 2 bags now in your area, then I guess in the future it will be like everywhere. So you're really gonna be only allowed 2 bags
Wow.
worldwide. I don't know. I mean that's what she said, and she claims that she also communicates with like Hermes communication, because I don't know if she works with them or something. I don't know. Thoughts? I think that's fair, actually.
It's fair,
Yeah.
but I don't know how are they going to implement this
Yeah,
because
exactly.
it is PDPA. Personal data protection. Like globally, do I want my information to be spread all over? Like and also does Hermes is all Hermes all over the world belong to Hermes? Like they have franchising and all of that. So, but anyway, just thought about something like
Yeah, I
what?
mean, exactly. Aside from like the personal data collection, blah blah, in terms of everyone only allowed 2 bags globally, no matter where you shop, 2 only. I think it's fair because then it really helps put it only helps put a stop towards resellers in a
Mhm.
way. That's number one. And number two is everyone gets a fair chance at getting their bags too.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Because
Yeah,
some people always seem to always get more. Like, what the heck?
yeah, that's
You know what
true.
I mean? But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, Serenity, I'm gonna really just gonna uh, hurry up. When starting a collection, should you get all essential SLGs for a bag first, like key holder and card holder, or get your favorite bag first? Oh, okay.
Good
I have my
question.
thoughts. I always go for the bag first.
Hmm. Same.
I feel like get over with the most expensive item first, because SLGs, you can get them anytime, and unless you come across a really limited edition, then get that first, obviously. But otherwise, I try Just go for the money. Just go for the gold. Oh, for the love of bags, can you please explain super stickers? You know what? It's just a way of for you guys, like viewers, to you know, basically it's another way of you guys showing appreciation. So you can like our videos, subscribe, and you know, turn on notifications. But also there is a way for viewers to also, I guess, what's the word?
Contribute.
Yeah, contribute. So the stickers, obviously they are with YouTube. So YouTube does take their share, but otherwise it's kind of like our, you know, our AdSense commission. So this is just your direct way of contributing to us. So that's what it is. The super stickers and the super
Like
chats.
if you're Asian, it's like you're giving us an ang pao.
Yeah. Like the little pocket
Red
money.
packets, like
Yeah,
pocket money. Like thank you,
exactly.
and we appreciate it. Thank you.
We do. We really do. It's so sweet. Okay, Snowflake. I'm curious where all the trendy bags go after people don't wear them anymore. Even if you want to sell them, it's not in demand already. I think people still wear them. You just, I mean, just because you don't see them on Instagram or on YouTube, which is only a small portion of people, really. More and more people are on YouTube and social media, but it's still not everybody. You just don't see it, I think. Just because, right? What do you think, Kat? Unless they're just all sitting in the closets and
Waiting for one day there'll be a closet clear out.
exactly. Okay, I think I only see maybe 1, 2, 3 questions. Okay, Ashley, I want to purchase a Chanel 19, but don't know if I should go with goat or lamb. Oh. Honestly, either, because whichever one that you're shopping on that day, touch it, feel it. If you like it, go with it. Because I have seen lamb skin. I mean, I have seen goat skin too. And based on the one that I have, because mine is lamb, I prefer mine. But I've also heard the other way. I've heard people say that they've seen the goat skin and the lamb skin and they prefer the goat. So it is so subjective. Go with either. Just go with what they have and see how you feel about it. Thank you, Razia. Okay. I don't see how MS can do that because they don't ask for your SSN or passport number at the store. Yeah, I don't know how. Actually,
I know they do it in Singapore. They do it internally here. So Singapore, all the stores in Singapore, they share the information, which is fair. And you can only buy 2 bags across the whole country, like all shops. You can't go to one marina store and buy 2 bags there. You go to another place, you can buy 2 bags there. But now they share it. So I think it's a matter of time. And I agree with what you said, Amy, about it just means that it's harder to get the bag. But because now there's going to be more bags for everyone, so it could eventually be easier. You know, like you get a chance because now there'll be more supply, not one person buying 10 bags, which is a issue now. And I do know people who do that. They go to Japan, they buy several bags, then they come back, they buy several bags here, and then they go somewhere else, they buy several bags, and they make a lot of money from selling the bags.
Exactly.
But we true people who just want one bag can't even get one bag.
Yeah. That, and also to add to what Kat said, now that I think about it, maybe they will actually start taking maybe not SSN, which is social security number, or passport, but at my store, I can tell you, because I was telling Kat and all the girls and they were shocked. At my store, they have started taking, every time I shop there, they take my ID, which is my driver's license, away. So my driver's license has my, you know, the registration number with the province, and it has my address, my date of birth, my photo. So it's my official ID here in Canada. Like I can actually travel with that to the States technically. It's my official ID. So they do record that every single time, and they actually take it away. They do something with it. I don't know if they scan it or if they have to validate it. And I was also told by a friend who shops often at the local store here too. She said that they have was it her? Actually, it's either her or someone else. I was told that they will now start tracking per household. So it's not as if my husband creates a profile and then he can get 2 bags and I can get 2 bags. Plus, we can only get 1 per year here anyway. They actually, I think that what they're gonna start doing is you might not even be able to get it like 2 per person, even you're 2 different individual. They're probably gonna track by your address. And plus, they know my husband too. Like we always go together, so we're in the same profile now. It's gonna get tough. I feel like they are starting to do some stuff. How they're gonna globalize the whole thing, I'm not sure. But it's
So the answer is get your bag now. No, you know what you just said about the husband thing? It is so true because that is a loophole, and it's a loophole in Singapore. So for me, if I wanted to get 2 more bags, I just need to put my husband's name.
But your husband, maybe they can't. But apparently you can't here.
But in Singapore they can. So this is a loophole that some people are doing, where they do 2 pre-spends. I mean, these are people who have a lot of money, of course. So they do 2 profiles, cat with 2, husband with 2, maybe husband's profile. Maybe the pre-spend is a little bit less, but either way, they're pre-spending on both profiles, but they get 4 bags, sell it, and they make a killing. So
yeah. Yeah, and I think they really are trying to tackle that, not just for individuals who do love their Hermes bags, who buy a lot, but they're also trying to also tackle the resellers too.
Yeah.
That makes it harder for us. Like literally, I'm working on my own, really. Like my husband comes with me, but I'm still the one buying, I'm still the only one doing the whole journey. But I think it's fair. It really is fair, honestly. They are really trying to tackle, like, they're really trying to eliminate people trying to maybe get their sisters-in-laws and blah, blah, blah to buy it. If they know, they will, I think they will stop you. I don't know. I feel like if they know, they will try to limit offerings for their offers for you. I was really told that. I can't remember by who. Shana, if we give super stickers, you mean YouTube will take a cut? Yes. Yeah. But you know what, Shana? The thing is, you don't pay anything to watch YouTube. Like none of you pay anything to watch YouTube unless you have YouTube Red or Premium YouTube, which skips the ads. But that's how they make money, because YouTube is still a company. They need to make money. Where is the money coming from? From the ads. So yes, we earn a portion of the ads, but they take a chunk of it. Because they are a corporation, they need to make money, and it makes sense. But which is why, we sometimes complain like, it just because we have a channel doesn't mean that we'll make a load of money, because in the end you share it with YouTube, which is fair too, because how else are they gonna make it free for you, right? Anyway, yes, that's how it works. And thank you so much. I saw another sticker. Thank you for the love of bags. Okay, I think there's only one more question and then we're good. Nat Wong, does anybody have any recommendation on belts from luxury houses? I have some gift cards for shopping center and have been considering the YSL monogram, but don't hear many people talk about it. I actually really like the monogram from YSL. Other than that, I like my Chanel belts lately. And what about you, Kat?
I'm not a belt person, but I do like the Valentino. I've seen some people.
Oh, the V?
Yeah, I kind of like it. It's very, very loud, but I don't know. It's kind of cool. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Which one I like the most? So aside from Hermes, Chanel, and LV, I really like the Bottega one.
Oh, I haven't seen the Bottega one.
The Bottega one, the little, it's just a little kind of,
Oh,
it's so cute. It's
like this way. The V is this way.
Yeah, V that way,
Yeah.
and you can't really tell the brand, but it's like every time I see it on like K drama, especially, I'm like, oh, that's the Bottega belt, because I actually have it on my Matches Fashion wish list. I just haven't bought it, but yeah, that one is a good one. So maybe check out Bottega. Oh my gosh, we have 2 more questions. Should we take it or not?
Okay, why don't we just quickly take it?
Okay, do you think buying bags from H store would come out to roughly the cost of buying one from reseller? Which one is the cheapest route? Oh.
Honestly,
Yeah, go ahead.
the reseller could be a cheaper route. If, depending on your country, if you have to spend 1 to 1 or maybe more to 1 to get the specific color, you might end up spending more at the store to get the bag at the store. You might as well spend a little bit less for the same amount and buy it at the reseller. And I can understand why people go to the reseller route because of that. The novelty of getting it from the store and just spending just to get the bag, it will fade away. So I think even for Amy, this could be a one-time thing. Like,
yeah.
one time to spend and then buy it at the store because we want that store experience. But I also said in my video, I said that doing this multiple times, pre-spend, buy, is not sustainable, and it's not clever, and it's just a bit much. Like, one experience is amazing, but you keep doing it over many times, it gets a bit old. Which is why I think a lot of people, after they buy multiple, I'm talking about people, not me. After they buy multiple Birkins at the store, they go like, okay, forget it. We're not doing this anymore. How many things can you buy and pre-spend and just clog up your house just to get the bag? I might as well just give it to the reseller and just get my bag. So I understand that, and I totally agree with that. Crazy spending is not sustainable. But if you're doing your first bag, there's no harm knowing the brand.
Yeah, I totally 100% agree with what Kat just said. I just didn't see the clever part, the not clever part. I'm like, what? I'm not clever. No. But honestly speaking, it's true. Whether you want to go through the retail route, which is a whole experience, like I said, I'm really trying my best to enjoy everything. But it is also a struggle. It's very hard to keep waiting and not know what you're gonna get offered and when. It really is hard. At least if you get exactly what you want, then it made the whole thing worth it. But what if you get offered what you don't want and you're almost afraid that if you don't accept it, when is the next one gonna come around? Like, it's almost like it really is a mind game. So in that sense, paying a reseller sometimes makes sense. So yeah, once in a lifetime experience, like Kat said. I think for me, maximum, I could imagine going through it maybe one more time if after my first one, because like I said, I probably want the duo, Birkin and Kelly, but I can't imagine doing it more than that. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's
and
crazy.
and the last
never.
She said it. She said never.
I would never do this like 3, 4, 5 times. Like, I swear you're psycho. Okay, I'm gonna say it out there. To spend, unless you have wallets, there are pockets, not even pockets that are so deep and never ending. That is just crazy to pre-spend and spend, pre-spend. It's just no.
I agree. It is really crazy. It's not sustainable. Having said that, I will still continue to buy things at Hermes because I actually really like their fashion jewelry. I really like their homeware section. I genuinely like it. So I can still imagine myself, even after, say, if I got my first and imaginary second quota bag, I will still pop in and buy stuff here and there, but not to spend another whole quota worth or 2 times quota worth just to get another holy grail bag. I mean, that's just insane. Okay, last question. Thank you for answering my prior my prior thoughts on the best summer slides this time. I feel like YSL has really good slides, even though I'm selling mine. Thank you, arthritis. What else?
Orange?
But at a shopping mall?
Oh.
Yeah, I think other than Chanel, Hermes, and LV, I think. Like, you know, the other brands that you can find at the you know, the department store that sells high-end.
Not familiar with slides.
Me either. I almost want to say Gucci too. Balenciaga, let me think. Balenciaga, Gucci.
Well, actually, Bottega has some really nice slides.
They
like
do. They
yeah,
do.
some nice ones. Do quite like Bottega's latest like collections.
Valentino. Yeah, Bottega has really cool ones, but they are a little bit statement, I feel. So you really have to try them out. Oh my gosh, there's another question, please. Okay, really last one, and then we have to go. Sorry, guys. Please help me choose Hermes Lindy 26 or Kelly Pochette.
They're small. They're different though.
They're so different. Oh my gosh.
The Lindy is kind of big. The Pochette is just a pochette. Like it's a clutch.
Yeah.
Right? I've seen people use it and put a long twilly on it.
Yeah.
And make it into a bag, but it is a smaller clutch and a tiny one.
I heard that the Kelly pouch is really hard to get now. So I think I was listening to Purse on Fleek's video, and she was saying how Hermes they're not making as many of them, something like that. I remember her saying that.
Between the two, I might be biased, but I will go with the Lindy 26. And because I am not a pochette kind of I don't really like to modify my bags.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, because I'm trying to make it into like a bag for you, because you're comparing two bags. So the pochette is just a pochette, a pouch. And a lot of people modify it into a bag, but it's not really a bag. So if you want a bag, I say go for the Lindy.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Vicious.
And it seems like Diana and SI also agree. Okay, well, thank you so much, guys. Oh my gosh, you guys have been so amazing today.
Yeah.
If you're new to our channel, to this show, make sure you're subscribed to both Kat and I. Turn on your notifications so you don't miss any shows. And of course, next week is going to be on her channel. Please don't forget. It'll be 8 o'clock Pacific time in North America and 11 a.m. in Singapore, Hong Kong time. So yeah, we'll talk to you again next week. It was so amazing. And so, yeah, it was such a great chit chat today. So thank you so much. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.